Hi, welcome to my channel where we talk all about the scientific part of manifestation or the law of assumption. Well, in this video, the information it is reloaded with amazing information. Well, let's get into the point because right now we will talk about the interaction and this beautiful unified quantum field. And this video series, which I call Scientific Secrets of the Law of Assumption, I will reveal or talk about how it is our interaction and this unified quantum field. Let's start by being very clear that in this unified quantum field, the main language is not English or Spanish or Russian or any other language. The language of the unified quantum field or the universe, it is the frequency language. Everything it is connected or interacting through frequencies or vibrations, different frequencies. The language that you speak, it is your frequency. As you are vibrating in certain frequency, you are interacting or connecting with that specific frequency in the entire unified quantum field. Could be with the animals in the same frequency, other people in the same frequency, plants in the same frequency, and so on. It is very important to know that at the real language, it is a frequency. Also, we have the higher frequency, which is the source frequency. That is my main goal, that everybody could be all the time or most of the time connected to this frequency. This frequency has nothing to do with feelings. Nothing to do with feeling. This is all about the state of consciousness and state. This has nothing to do with what we call the emotions, feeling. I feel good, I feel sad, I feel bad. What about I feel negative? My manifestation is not gonna come. No. If one day you feel negative, if one day you feel sad, your manifestation is gonna come no matter what, because it is your state of conscious. It is what you assume it is. That's why it is the law of assumption. It is the potential that you assume that is going to be yours or it is already yours. It is all about assumption. It is nothing to do with feelings. Feelings perhaps can help you to get an X frequency, but that doesn't mean that one feeling belongs to one X frequency. That is not the point. But let's get into that because perhaps for certain people it is kind of confusing. In this unified quantum field, as I explained in the previous video, if you didn't listen the video or watch the video, I highly recommend it because it is talking about the different levels of the unified quantum field and each level has its own frequency. Okay, the interaction that we have in the unified quantum field, it is through the frequency. For example, this person right now, it is in the middle align or line up with source. This person conscious, this person assumption, it is that I am one with source. I am source, but source is greater than I. And this is an assumption. This person made an assumption, and this person is me. And my frequency all the time is the source frequency. All my thought and my inspirations are source thought and inspirations. All my desires are not my desires, but source of all consciousness, nature with capital N, desires, and all my desires are fulfilled. That is my assumption. That is what I assume because that is truth, by the way. And it is done. Everything that I want, it is done. It is my assumption. I make the decision to assume that. And I will be vibrating all day long in source vibration. Wait a minute. Sometimes I feel a type of feeling, yes, but that doesn't mean that my assumption is gonna change. I already assumed this identity. And that identity, it is done for me. There is no negotiation. I'm not negotiating my identity. My identity, it is what I am, source. I am one with source. Everything that source has belongs to me. Source gives me everything, but source is greater than me. But source do everything through me. And I am one with all nature. Everything comes to me. If I have to do something, source, consciousness is gonna tell me, and I will act on that. Some people call that inspired action. It is okay. You can call it whatever. It is just I will act when source tells me to act. I will rest when source is telling me to rest. So my main point here, it is have my quantum ears connected to source. All the time. Same thing as the animals do and the plants. You see an animal all the time is following somebody's instruction, and that is source. And they have plenty of food, they have plenty of freedom, they have plenty of everything. Extravagance. Same thing. It is an assumption. That is why Neville Goddard said, it is just an assumption. Whatever you assume, it is done. It is so. You are God of your life. You are God of your experience. You are source of your experience. You are not God that will define tomorrow at what time the moon or the sun is gonna rise, or the cosmos. Not that kind of God, because if we have to lay or trust in you or me for the sunset, imagine, or the sunrise. No. You are one with source. You are God of your experience. You are God of the experience of your life. You decide, you select your potential. You have all the freedom to do it. You have all the power, authority, government to do whatever you want in your life, and invite whatever person into your life, and invite whatever experience in your life. That is your assumption, your decision. And that's so powerful. That is the ultimate freedom right there. So you decide what experience you want to live. Perfect. Assumption. That doesn't mean that one day you will feel low, sad, happy. Those are 3D feelings, or persona feeling. Feeling that I had a personality. It is okay. You still will get your manifestation. So now that you are with that assumption connected to that source, you are broadcasting to the entire unified quantum field what is your intention or what is your frequency. It is a broadcasting. And source is gonna receive those broadcasting information, because those are actually information traveling in the unified quantum field, and it's gonna bring all the pieces together. That's why I call he is the master chief, or the chief commander of the logistic of the universe. They will bring to you all the pieces together. They will let you know if you need to do something, and will bring the person, people, circumstances, everything to manifest whatever you want. Okay? But as longer you are in your identity, as longer you are in your state with source, as faster and stronger it is your broadcasting. And it's gonna collapse what you feel as a time and space. It's gonna collapse. Okay? Because this is the higher, faster frequency ever. That is the greatest interaction with the unified quantum field. Now, if the person is visualizing or it is perceiving other potentials, these are potentials, could be a potential that you have in the past, or a past experience, which is still potentials, or could be something that you want to get in, what you call future, which is perceiving a future. It is other potential too. You can occupy this, and each potential has its own frequency. Each potential also has its own configuration with its own frequency. Each potential has its own frequency and configuration to manifest by itself. Let me repeat it again and be redundant. Each potential or each state, as Neville called, has its own frequency and configuration to be manifest by itself. You don't have to put all the pieces together. You don't have to figure it out how it's gonna happen. No, has its own configuration. Even though the darks or the undesired potential or negative potential or dangerous potential. Imagine that when somebody is connected to the dark or negative potential, that I think all of us had experience like that. Everything, all pieces come together to manifest that negative potential. It is the same way that the amazing potential or the ultimate potential, your real perfect life, your real perfect identity is going to be manifest. The only thing, again, is in this position is going to be faster. In order to be in this particular vibration or frequency, you have to stay in the present moment, in the present. Not being in the present, being aware of the problem or the past or the future. No. Being in the present moment, knowing that whatever you desire, it is already fulfilled because exists already in the potential. It is already photons. It is already a cloud of photon physics. Okay? It is unseen matter, but it's still matter. It is physics. It is not tangible, but exists. That is part of the 3D. It is the core of the 3D. That means that exists already. And you need to see it as a three-dimensional, because as more you see it as it is, which is the three-dimensional shape, unseen, but it's still three-dimensional. I hope you guys can understand this amazing quantum point. It is coming faster to you. So don't treat it like it is coming. It is going to be manifest. It is in the future. No. It is a photon. It is a potential. It is the 3D shadow, or let's put it like this, 3D substance. If it's a 3D substance, it is already substance. It is already done. It is already reality. It is already solid reality, given evolution, because it's gonna evolve. But you have to put it in your conscious. You have to be aware of that. Not be aware of the lack. Not be aware that you don't have to speak. Don't be aware that, no. Because awareness, consciousness, it is what collapses the way function or manifest. Be aware of your ultimate amazing identity. Be aware of your desires already fulfilled. Be aware that everything it is photon exists. It is real as this, real as this, real. Photons, real. Yes, your desires are real. My friend, if you like this content, that I know that you love it because it is so powerful, please subscribe to the channel. Please send me a question if you have any. And please give it a thumb up. And thank you. See you in the next videos, because I will be talking more and more about the scientific part of the law of assumption. See you in the next videos.